You think you're king of the mountain, eh? Look at him. Yeah, he looks like a lion. Well, we ended up getting about a half an inch of rain overnight in February, which is kind of odd. Everyone seems like they're in good condition. It's just a little wet. But we're unrolling some hay here. You can see we started the bale over by Ann with her milk cow. And then all the way out here. Something about when I leave the core like that, the animals just can't leave it alone. They just love playing with it. But we're definitely kind of fighting unprecedented weather in the sense that it's pretty damn muddy. And it's just an odd time. And we can see it's not really affecting condition, but look at the lice on her. And I've talked to a few people, and they said that should, as soon as it heats up, that should all go away. But we're not really seeing a ton of effect on the younger cattle. Just those red Angus, for whatever reason, are really getting whooped by the lice. British whites are doing just fine. And then the black cows is indestructible as always. And I say they're black cows because these are coming out of a Highland Angus cross. So, but I think I'll get rid of, or I'll keep her forever, honestly. She's a great mother. She's very calm. You know, I'm 2 foot away from her, and she's low to the ground, big, beefy frame. What more could you ask for? She carried that black cow for a year before she weaned it on just grass, and you can see she's already the size of her mother. So overall, everyone's doing well. We are battling lice a little bit here. You can see there's the one with the real itched up butt, and this one's got some right here. But you know, it's just an odd winter. Ground's not frozen. I'm actually going to go fencing this weekend at the other farm, and because I can. It's weird. Would have much rather this have been frozen and snow, but it is what it is. So let's do a little status update. It's been like a month since I've done any videos at all. One, nothing's wrong. Everything's going well. We're just in a period of doldrums at the tail end of winter here, where there's nothing going on. You know, Ann and I unroll the hay. There's like half of a bale, and then it's all unrolled. We unroll a bale of hay, we do the water, we look at all the animals, and right? And then, you know, we go inside. We did have a nice little snap of cold weather, and you can see it snowed. We've probably only had, including this last week, 2 weeks of real winter weather here, which is deeply uncommon. But it was a relief to get a little moisture, and this will go into the ground. All the animals are healthy. I'm trying to find my George Heller ram. He got stepped on, so he's kind of gimping around a little bit, but otherwise, this is one of my rams. Oh, he's a beaut. It's hard to believe he was born end of May, this one. Just a beast. And he was what I thought was going to be marginal, which tells me I have to learn more about selecting my rams and making sure that I'm not leaving something on the table, because I wasn't sure about him, and now look at him. That's a 6-year-old ewe and a 6-month-old, maybe 7-month-old ram. Just a beast. And then, oh, here's the George Heller ram with the purple tag. You can see he's limping along quite a bit, but he looks like he's healing, so it'll be fine. Other than that, lice continue to give us I say give us trouble, but not really. You can see on this black one, she's starting to itch around her eyes and around her tail. And then I'll show you what these red Angus are doing on their backsides. You know, it doesn't seem to be hurting their condition or their demeanor or their ability to weather the winter. It's just kind of unsightly. You know, and that's, ugly things are usually a signal that there is something awry. So we just need to keep an eye on it. The cows are definitely starting to look more pregnant. Like these British Whites were they're starting to round out just a hair. And then you can see how heavy she is. She was the first bred out of our bunch. So, yeah. So where have we been? Well, we've been right here. Just nothing's happening. I'm looking forward to, we have fencing projects coming up when the ground thaws again. And I attended Steve Campbell's talk up at the Motley Stockyard. Nice to see some of the guys up there that we've seen before. I'm kind of kicking around the idea of going down to the Greg Judy Grazing School, but it's just a very busy time. And so I'll either go to Greg's and the one up at George's farm, or I'm just going to go to the one at George's farm, and I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do. I will say we have kind of decided, we decide, we make plans, but we don't lock them in permanently. But I think this upcoming grazing year, we're going to keep the cattle and the sheep totally separated. We've had the ram stepped on, and we had one ewe that was limping around for almost a month from getting stepped on. And I watch the cows; they're not really malicious, but they're not interested in the sheep getting in their way, and they don't seem to give them any regard when it's time to, they just walk through them. And so I just don't. Eventually, I'm going to come out with one with a smashed in head or something like that. So we're just going to run the sheep at my place and run the cattle at Doug's, and we'll see how that goes. And if it doesn't work or we don't like it, we'll make some changes. What a difference breeding makes. This is a half Jersey, half Red Devon, born in May. And that's a Red Angus, born in May. Look at the size difference on those two, huh? Just she's very nice and tame. You can walk up and pet her and put her on a halter and lead her and everything else, but she's quite delicate. So we're gonna have to just see if we like having a family milk cow and how much work and time are we gonna have to put into her. But